Well, back down, and there's a lot of people in orange t-shirts, which is a local pub walk. I think it's about a 20-mile pub walk. So yeah, I thought River would be up a bit more than what it is, because we've had some little bit of rain again, but I say there's still down a lot there and a lot on shore. Well, there's an awful lot on shore today. I thought it'd be higher, like I was saying. A bit of rain, but it'll probably be coming up overnight because we've got some more rain coming. So I thought I'd have a quick look down, see what there is, and I've just spotted something. Oh, there's a bit of storm. And a bit of land drain. Now, I've just spotted a bit here that looks like it may have some colour on it. No, it's just staining. Oh, a bit of a broken pot there. Yep, RP. Late one with wide ridges. No, there's a big chunk of pottery there, but is it out on the other side? Oh. No, just plain. Well, another bit of RP, probably even off that other bit I found before. Well, another big chunk of RP there, the early one this time with finer grooves on it. But we're leaving them. Now I spotted that and thought, oh great, I've got something printed on, but no, it's just a stone. Oh, I just found that piece again. Yeah, I just found that piece. So just as we were picking it up, somebody were asking me, what are you looking for? So I was telling them. So that's a nice pretty piece. Right, well there's a piece there I thought, oh I'll not film it because it would be plain, but I did turn it over and there's a lot of blue on that one. Is there anything on that, or is it just a stone? That's plain, no, just plain. But I just spotted this big piece here. And it's just got a couple of blue stripes on, so I'm going to leave that. And a little bit of feather edge, shell edge, pearl there. Yeah. Well, there are a few bits down here, but I haven't seen any quackers yet. I've just spotted one piece there. Just plain, and that's a stone. Into a tile. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Let's have a look at that. I don't know, that's got some design on. Let's see if I can clean that up. See if anything does come on it. It's going to be a good candidate. Well, a bit more bluish there. Not where it's Asiatic. I don't know if you can see them, there's lots of little fish there. Oh. Thousands of them. Well, I spotted that and just gave it one scrape. Oh, it's summer. I think that's more likely Asiatic. again. We'll see what it cleans up like. Got one bit there just with a brown stripe on. And is there anything on this one? No, just plain. Just walking up and down the beach and a bit of clear pipe stem. Always collect them down here. You know, I can get hundreds of them down the Thames. But there's nothing like collecting local stuff. Well, there's a few quackers there, but with a lot of people down, they're keeping away, but they might come across when they see the bag. Well, they seem to be coming over. And more. Something on that. There's a bit of something there with green on. Yep, a couple of crinoid fossils there in stones. If you want to the side. Well, it looks like we have even sharks down the river. Little kid's sticker. Leave it there for some other kid to find. Well, I just spotted a bit there now. I'm just going to flick it over thinking of plain white, but then there's a marking on the top side. A little bit of a flower or a leaf. Well, that's them soaking. And I hope there's something else comes up on that. Might clear up better. But we'll see when we get to bleach stage. But that might go in brick acid. Well, they're in bleach solution, and that's still got a lot of staining on. So I think that's going to be a candidate for the brick acid afterwards. Well, we'll see what comes up. Well, the citric and bleach didn't clean it up, so it's now in a bit of brick acid. You can see some blue coming through, but I'm going to have to leave it in there for a long while, because like I say, even the bleach didn't take the rust and stuff off the edges, but you can see it's starting to discolour it there a bit. So we'll see how that goes. Well, I was passing up bridge the other day past here, and I thought, oh, I'll have a quick look down, but we had a bit of rain last night. Oh, there's a lot of quackers over there. I don't know whether they'll come over or not, but let's go and have a look down on there, see if there is anything. Well, it's a bit windy today, but let's say we'll have a look on here, see if there's a few bits. bit of terracotta there, a little bit of white there, probably plain. Yeah, but a fair bit on show. No, just a tiny little bit of plain there. No, just a couple of tiny little bits there, but they were all plain. So I'll walk back along the rest of there, see if there is anything, if I find out. Well, wants to collect river and sea glass. A bit of a multi there. I'm not one for collecting most of that. But chunk of a redware pot, a big milk cooling pot. Well, there's a chunk there, and if you can see through wind ripples, that is definitely willow, and I'm going to get soggy feet again getting that. Let's get the boot in that doesn't leak. Well, oh, that one leaks as well. A soggy sock now. Well, a bit of willow, and like we say, there's always some willow. If that's the only piece I'm going to get today, because I've just got that little bit to go on, and I might go and have a quick look on the ones over there, see if I can add to it. Well, a bit of a handle there, but I'm going to leave that. Well, there's a little bit here with a bit of colour on. Nothing right much, but we'll take it for now. Well, what I'm always saying, walk back along your trail. Well, I spotted that. I turned it over, I weren't filming, thinking I was a bit plain, but that's got a nice decorative pattern on that little bit. So we've got something good. It's not willow. So there's a bit of blue there at the top of a pot there. Nothing right much on here today. A couple of little bits of that big bit of willow. Let's go and have a look over that side and see if there's anything there. Well, I was walking back up path and I spotted a piece. On floor, and it's got a couple of tiny little bits of blue, so we'll see what that cleans up like for a laugh. Well, that's the stones I were just on, so I'm on this side of the river now. It's still windy, and there's all these to walk up, but there's a bit here. I just spotted this before and I did turn it over thinking that's just going to plain, but there we are. Probably another bit of willow going off them bits there. And there's always some willow. But it's a nice bright piece. So we'll see if there's anything on here. And my assistant is here with me today. And like I say, the ones that do like river and sea glass. Nice big chunk of bottle there. Probably going off that shape there. It's probably milk and magnesia. Right, we've got a big chunk here or something. But is there anything on the other side? Huh. That's what blue. I thought, oh, it's gorgeous, but well, we'll take that. Well, a big chunk of a rim of a mixing bowl here. Now there might be something on there. I don't know. Let's just dig it out. Ah, just a stone. Going off that design, that's a back of a tile. Well, got summit with some colour there. Very faint, but it's better than nothing. Well, apart from that one bit at the beginning and another little piece later on, nothing. Oh well. I'll walk back and see if there's anything, I've missed anything. Well, another bit of mixing bowl up on the bank in there. Right, well, I'll turn that piece over. Now also filming. And that's the tree off the willow. More willow. Oh, there's something there with a blue rim on. Oh, not a bad little shape that. I might just keep that yet. And a piece of glass again, I think. Oh, that's a glass of quartz. I'll take that one. Right, the finds from 2 trips down the river at 2 different parts. A normal part and a bridge further up. We'll start with these. Yeah, that's a nice piece. Pity it's got a big chip there, otherwise it'd been nice. But I can still probably cut that bit down. But very thick, so that will be in maybe in a later video. And a bit of a building or a church there, a castle, just going off that bit there, support, trees. Pity there's not more of it. And a little bit of pearlware, feather edge, shell edge. And this big piece you can make out, there is something, it's probably Asiatic under there. But even the brick acid hasn't even moved any of the stuff off the edges. So I'm going to try something else with that. It's going to be a good test piece. If I can bring that pattern up, because you can just make it out there, and like say the flower in the middle. And a couple of little bits of Asiatic. That is Asiatic edging. You can see the bit and the V-shaped bit that goes there on the edge. And standard flowers for that. And a little bit of pipe stem. Always nice finding local stuff. Like I said, I can find tons of it down on the Thames, but up here it's more personal. And a couple of little bits. I might use that bit, take some thinning down, but chop that bit off. That, when I clean it up, there was still some rust staining on, so I put it in with that piece, and it's cleared the rust off the edges of that, so don't know why it's not done that one. And another little bit there. And the bits from up at the other bridge. Lots of bits of willow, and there's always some willow. Nice big charger plate there. And a few more little bits. We'll never know what that is. That's the bit I found on the path coming back, and you can see it is, well, I can see it's Asiatic, just going off the leaves. And a nice decorative little piece of edge in there. And a couple of bits with blue on. That's very, very warm. I thought that might have been quartz, but it's turned out to be glass. But I brought it home just to... I should have brought that other multi home that I found down there, but I didn't. So, but there's not many pieces here I can use. I can use probably that little bit with some, but I definitely can use that, but it's going to take a lot of thinning down. And same with that. I might actually use that. But we'll see what I use. Or actually, a bit that I found before, I might cut that down, put it in some, or that little piece. Well, that one's not too bad. Just a little bit more trimming down, and then I'll find maybe something small to put in there, I don't know, or just infill it. So, little bit infilling on that and flat in the back, and might put something else down here yet, I don't know. but we'll have to see. Well, it's goodbye from me, Mary and the ducks.